What up, folks? Welcome back to Ultrazilla Toys, and today I have a review of the Bandai America NYCC 2016 exclusive Red Ranger from Power Rangers the movie. So this is the first figure we're seeing from the upcoming 2017 movie Saban's Power Rangers. And it's an exclusive figure. It's a little bit different than probably what we're going to get in retail, as this figure is kind of translucent. So I don't think the regular figures are going to be like this. I'm pretty sure they're solid. So there's, this is what you're paying for. You're getting an exclusive here that's going to be a little bit different than what we're going to get when these finally come out. This is from the same Legacy line as the recent Power Rangers figures that came out, which were the Ninja Storm and also some of the Mighty Morphin. So, this is that same line. Unfortunately, I don't think it's as good as those figures, and I think that has to do with the translucent plastic. It just kind of feels pretty flimsy in places. And I'm hoping this is not going to be the case on the standard release, but look at that. Can you see that? Look at that joint over there. The thigh joint. It's like, it's cut so strangely. I've never seen anything like that before. It's not rounded over top here. It just look. Oh, my camera's going down a little bit here. It just looks really bad. That's not good at all. Otherwise, I think he's a cool looking figure. Besides that, the sculpt is really nice. This is like a really good look at that movie costume, and I think it looks pretty good. I really don't. I'm not one of those people that have a big major problem with the way this looks. I think it looks the part. It totally reminds me of what we've seen before in Power Rangers and Super Sentai. I don't really see what the big complaints are. Maybe because it's more armor than anything else, but I don't think that's a bad thing. Again, this is like really like the first go outside of like using any Sentai stuff for Power Rangers. So I think that's the choices they make are going to be the choices they make, and it shouldn't really reflect back on anything else, trying to do something different with it, and I don't have a problem with that. I'm one for like interesting interpretations of things I like, so I think this is gonna work. We'll see how it goes. We still have yet to see the Megazords and stuff like that, so there's that. So he comes with what I'm guessing is his saber. So it's kind of like, I'm guessing this is like an effect. I'm guessing it's gonna be the weapon. And then this is all the effect, which is interesting because it has like a skeletal looking thing going on in there, like a tail? A skeletal tail? What do you think, guys? You think that's what it is? I didn't really do the research to see if that's what it really was. And does the box say anything? I don't think it does. Let's see, as you keep looking at this. No, I don't see anything. No, there's definitely nothing on the back, so. But yeah, it's a nice looking weapon. If it's made with the effects, that's fine. And it goes, and he holds it pretty well. Good enough here. See? There you go. Pretty slick, I'd say. But yeah, I think the look of this figure is good, besides that weird, thigh joint there. I don't know what they were doing. But I like this. I like the silver pieces. I think that looks really good. The big blue in the middle looks really nice. His helmet sculpt is really cool. I dig that a lot. I think that's rather slick. It reminds me of the old one without being, slavish to it. I think it's a nice new design for it. I don't know, something about it that I really dig. And again, this is like kind of translucent. Let me see if I could get my light to do more for that on screen. Oh yeah, there you go. See that? Yeah, pretty translucent. kind of interesting. So I don't know if that evokes something from the film, or if it's just something that he did to make it feel cool, you know? Like, I really don't recall the regular figures looking like this. I think it's a pretty solid reddish look for this figure otherwise. He's having some standing problems right now. Just stand, man. There you go. Let's see if I could adjust my... Yeah, there we go. I'm trying a little bit different lighting for this figure and the Vinyl Megazord figure that you've probably already seen on the channel. I think that video is going up first, so tried a little something different today for the reviews. I think it might be a tad too dark though, but we'll address that another time in the next video. For this, it is what it is. I'm not changing it at this point. So, but yeah, I dig it. I think it has a fair amount of, like detail, even in the sculpt. I think it's pretty cool. So even the back, it still continues some of the paint, which you sometimes don't see on Bandai figures, and the sculpt is really there. It's there throughout. There's like multiple layers of the sculpt, and that is really cool. They don't skimp out on sculpt work. Paint, sure. Sculpt, not so much. I think it looks the part, and it's a fairly cool figure in that regard. So this being the exclusive, again, I'm not 100% sure if that translucency is part of that, but I think it is. And the other thing you get is this. I'm going to put the figure to the side here for now. This Ranger coin here, and there you go, there's the T-Rex in there, and this is also translucent, and it's really nice. I really dig it. I love the texture in this. Super cool. The dinosaur head looks amazing inside, if I could just hold it. That is awesome. That is done really well. It's really cool because either way you look at it, it looks like the dino head is like in the middle, which I think it is actually. So it's a really nice piece. I don't really have a use for all the like coins like this. I know like the Ranger fans really do love that. I've never been a big fan of this stuff, so. It's cool, it's really awesome, it's a nice piece, and if you're a collector of these things, there you go, there's a nice one. But for me, it's cool, it's probably going to go back in the box for me though. It's a nice piece. So, articulation is good on this guy, let's get into that. If you've seen my Red Ranger and Green Ranger from the first wave of Legacy figures, you know that these figures are pretty awesome. It's got a lot of awesome articulation. There's no bicep swivel here. That's interesting. I think the other ones had that, but I can't say right now. I don't have the figure near me. But it's got double jointed elbows. The shoulders have great range of motion. The wrist has hinge and a swivel. Swivel on a thigh. Double jointed knees. Nice range in those really weirdly cut thighs. Hips, I should say, actually. And ankle rocker and hinge on his feet. So really good articulation. He could look up pretty good, and he could look down pretty well too. So you get, you're getting some, great articulation continued on these, ab crunch and waist swivel. So again, really great articulation continued on these Legacy figures. I think they're awesome. Honestly, I really love them. Wave 2, I just found out, should be hitting very, very soon, and be on the lookout for those. But yeah, this is a really cool one to get. I really dig that. I was able to snag it pretty quick at the con. It's a good exclusive. I paid $40 for it. I'm not sure what it's